Okay, so this video might go in like 11 different directions. Okay, I'm trying to get my thoughts out. It's probably better as a live, but I just want to talk about this. Um, it seems like every single time I try to dip my feet back into the dating scene, this whole question, um, or concept of being equally yoked comes up. Because I wonder, we know, so for the most part, we know to be equally yoked means to be with a person that believes the way you believe. Their faith walk is similar to your faith walk, right? Whereas with me, because I've made so many changes, I find it to be a lot harder. There's a lot more equally yoking that must take place because of where I am. When I was just Christian, going to church or reading my Bible here and there, I believed in God, blah, 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 blah. It was like, cool. But now, as a believer who practices Saturday Sabbath, who observes Saturday Sabbath, who is studying the feast days, who would rather do feast days, who does not do traditional holidays anymore, who is in word and research like nonstop. It's a lot harder for me to connect. Like when I'm on online dating or something, it's a lot harder to, and this conversation is not about whether online dating is appropriate or not. That's a whole nother conversation. Hit me up with it later, whatever. But it's like when you're in spaces where you're putting it out there, what you believe in, it's a lot harder to become equally yoked. And when we study what it means to be equally yoked, it's like it's two animals are in the little, the neck holder things, and they say like it needs to be the same animal, same size, all of that, so that they can go together. So if I'm yoked with someone, right, I'm abstinent and they're not, right? It's like it's going to make the relationship unbalanced. Or if I'm on online dating, I'm scrolling, I receive a message, I receive a ping to say we connected, and I see Christmas trees in their background, and I see them putting up symbols for fraternities and things like that. In my mind, I'm instantly like, it ain't gonna work. Now, I'm not saying I won't talk to a person, but what would be the purpose of talking to them if I'm trying to tell them, hey, this is my conviction, and I feel like, again, me as a woman, right? Me as a woman, the man leads. This is my mindset. The man leads, right? So if I'm marriage minded and I'm looking for a man to lead me spiritually, to teach me, I want a man to teach me. I'm such a nerd. Like, that's cool. Like, I love sharing. But you know how attractive it is for a man to approach me and say, let me show you. Okay, but seriously, I love that. I love to be taught, brother or sister. But right now we're talking about dating, right? I want a man to teach me. I want a man to pray for me. I want a man to wake up in the morning and think about me and pray for me. Add me to his prayer list. When a man goes to sleep at night and he hears what I've went through during the day, I want him to go to sleep praying for me. And I'm not saying somebody with a Christmas tree in their background can't do that, but I'm just saying eventually, if we're equally yoked, if we both have those things right around our necks and we're supposed to work together, do the field, go in the field together, eventually, you know what I'm saying? So my main thing is with this whole thing of being equally yoked, I feel like, and y'all not correct me, but y'all tell me your thoughts in the comment section. I feel like men have it a little more easy, kind of, when selecting, because they're the one doing the finding. He who findeth, Whereas with us, we are to be found. So I kind of sometimes take that mode of I'm going to stand back, sit back, and wait. Like, most time I don't approach on the dating side. I allow them to send a message or to connect to me, right? Whatever. That's, again, don't come at me in the comments like you shouldn't be on online dating. I don't want to hear it. But it's like, for me, for women, I feel like it's more of a assignment, like a challenge at times, because we need to make sure this person that we're interested in and that's interested in us, can they spiritually lead us? And if they can't, then where can we go from here? Whereas a man, is it possible that he might select someone that's not exactly where he is, but because he's the stronger one, he's the leader, he can like kind of, you see what I'm saying, adjust it? As a woman, I feel like in a yoked situation, I have no business adjusting spiritually. Now, yes, we as women, I feel like we can support our men. We can like, you know, like encourage, but I'm talking about certain things, I've tried relationships where it's like they're not abstinent. And I'm like, okay, we could try this, but then they over here trying to tempt me, or I'm constantly in conversation with them. This is why I don't do this. No, we can't talk about this. No, you can't touch me there. This is inappropriate. Stop. That adds a whole new headache to the relationship. I don't know what this video, what was I talking about? The equally yoked. All in all, I'm frustrated. So maybe it was a rant. Equally yoked rant. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I just feel like it's easier for a man because he can select, because he is the one to lead. Whereas women, it's like, well, for me, let me just speak for myself. For me, I just find it a lot harder. Because it's one thing, okay, you Christian, okay, cool. You love God, I love God too. You read your Bible sometimes, okay, you know, we're at least both oxen. We're both oxen, we're the same animal. But then when it starts coming into, well, this oxen's leg is broke, well, this oxen has arthritis, and after a while, it's still, so when hopefully this made sense. It's just, the whole equally yoked, my ultimate question, when it comes to being equally yoked, like what percentage of one-on-one should it be? I don't feel like it's always going to be 100-100. We're not going to always align exactly the same. But I do feel like we at least need to be oxen at the beginning of the day. At the start of it all, can we both be oxen? Can you believe in the Most High God? Can you pray? Can you walk in the way that you know him, that you know would please God, right? Are you at least doing that? Okay, cool. Then we could kind of talk about why you still putting up Christmas trees. Then we can kind of talk about why you still doing Valentine's Day. And again, look, I do not take a judgmental approach because if I see that on a profile, I just don't click on it. I don't agree to the connection because I just kind of feel like the conversation is going to go left. And I'm like, if that's where you still are, I mean, I'm not trying to. Y'all just tell me what you think. Because maybe it's a brother in the comments that could say, hey, sis in faith, let me tell you something. Actually, or a sister that has had, it's too much milk. Or a sister that has had a successful relationship where she was doing feast days and the guy wasn't. Because again, I think it's different for a man. A man can easily come on here and tell me, well, hey, look, sis, my wife wasn't doing it at first. But yeah, you're the man. You're the top of the umbrella. You cover. So it's different. I believe it's different. So anyways, let me make this smoothie. Y'all have a blessed one.